Hey guys, quick video today on the EBL 999 charger. This is a 10-bay charger with two 9-volt ports that EBL has put out. I'm a big fan of the EBL stuff, mainly because number one, it's inexpensive, but number two, it gets the job done. Woo, long day guys. It gets the job done and it's very easy to use. These are products that my wife can use without fear of burning down the house in a lithium ion explosion. So these are very good products for us and we like them. It's very simple. AC adapter plugs in, LED turns, the display turns on, and from there you just put your batteries in. They're clearly marked, you know, with positive and negative on the pictures, so it's really difficult to screw this up. You're just popping them in. There's not a ton of resistance here, and you can see once you get going, your display will kick in and tell you what your charge status is. A lot of the other EBLs don't have that display. I do like this because it does have it, and you can see that it charges bays individually. You don't need to put them in pairs. Now your charging current is going to be about 1/4 of an amp up to about 1/3 of an amp for AA's and AAA's. The AA's, of course, go at the higher rate. The AAA's lower. That is one thing to note. It's not a fast charger. With a 2800 milliamp hour battery such as this, you're talking like 10 to 12 hours to fully charge these if they were completely drained. So this is definitely an overnight charger. And the cool thing about this too is the 9-volt functionality, which is pretty awesome. They just plug in here and you have an LED that blinks as they charge. And I apologize for the little background noise we got going on here. Kids are having a little fun today, so why stop them? You know, let's get some filming done. So this is really cool in that it does let you do the 9-volt and the AA's, AAA, so it meets pretty much all of your household needs, which are pretty much, you know, at my house we use 9 volts for smoke detectors and remote controls. You know, they aren't used very commonly. They're kind of rare, so you don't need a ton of them, but it is nice because this can charge them. And the AA's and AAA's are what we use most for toys and flashlights and stuff like that. So it does meet most of our needs. We very rarely need rechargeable C's or D's, so this is a really cool, really easy to use charger. I found after charging numerous batteries, nickel metal hydrides are tough to test because they you can't really tell how full they are based on voltage, so you kind of have to run and so what I would do is fill these up, put them into another charger, and see if they take any more charge. And what I found is that they did take a little bit of charge, but not much. This does slightly undercharge, but nothing to get worried about. It's better to undercharge batteries than to overcharge any day of the week. Overcharging will, of course, dramatically cut down the life of your battery. So that little bit of milliamp hours, which I'm estimating is like 50 to 60 that you're losing by the undercharging, is literally a couple of percent, but what you're adding to the life of your batteries is, you know, really important as well. So I mean, there's lots of other options out there, but as far as a slow overnight charger, this is really good. It uses that delta V, you know, method for topping it off. So it is a very good charger. It's a smart charger. It's not going to ruin your batteries, which is awesome. EBL really does put a lot of effort into making decent chargers, and a lot of the chargers on the market that are inexpensive tend to actually use timers as opposed to smart charging, which is literally they'll charge for like 8 hours and shut off, or 6 hours and then shut off, which is kind of ridiculous because once those batteries are full, all you're doing is generating heat and then therefore degrading the battery. This is something that doesn't do that. It actually looks at the battery, looks at the voltage, and shuts it off accordingly. So having these smart chargers is always a good thing. Don't trust those cheap, inexpensive chargers. If you're not certain, don't use them, because you really do and can degrade your batteries dramatically, even from just a handful of charges on those timer chargers, because like I said, they just keep charging and trying to put that charge in there when the battery's already full, and it just generates heat, degrades the battery, and you're just not going to have that good experience as if you do have a decent charger. And as far as I'm concerned, EBL makes the best chargers in the price range. You want better chargers, you gotta pay more, which is what I always look for, and the kind of value I look for you guys is that best in class, and EBL is. Not only are their batteries very good, I've tested them multiple types, multiple times, and they pretty much almost always live up to the ratings. You know, I've tested these before. You know, they do. They are definitely over 2,500 milliamp hours. I've gotten them then from 2,600 to 2,900. You know, of course, there's always variance, but the batteries are really good for the money, for how inexpensive they are. The charger's really good for how inexpensive they are. These things are actually really good for the money, a great value, and that's why I try to review EBL stuff here and there, because they are very accessible. They're on Amazon. You can get them quickly. They're inexpensive, and you know, you're not going to pay an arm and a leg for them, which is what you guys really look for and what you want, and that's what's important. So here it is, guys, the EBL $9.99, a great inexpensive charger that will fit a lot of your household needs.